You know, at the Christian table, they were all there, you know, singing their hymns and stuff. No, I'm just joking. We were sitting there, loving the day. We're just having a good time. And I'm feeling like God saying, Joel, go now. Joel, I want you to get up, go now, go preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. Wow. Go now. So of course, you know, me being the obedient man of God that I always am, instead of going to Senior Square, I went over to a table of girls and invited them to youth group instead. So I'm like, hey ladies, you know, you should go to youth group, you know, we'll have a good time, it'll be great. And I'll never forget it because one of the young ladies, she stood up, she said, you don't tell them about no youth group? 8 years of religious school, baby. I mean, her neck was moving like she was a contestant on the Maury Povich show. Any moment, I thought security was coming out. She was going crazy. She says, don't tell me about no religion. I remember the whole table of girls, they just sat down. And I just began to share, you know, to this whole table of girls. Hey, it's not about just knowing about religion, it's about really knowing Jesus Christ. Right. He can change your life. And the whole table of girls ignored me. You know that feeling that you get when you know people can hear you talking to them, but they choose to ignore you? And they're eating whatever it is we ate in the cafeteria, you know, it's always like tater tots and something else you weren't sure of. They're just eating that. And they're just ignoring me. And on the inside of me, this thing happened. It was like microwaving metal. You know, this thing inside of me kind of snapped, and I began pacing back and forth in the middle of my campus, or in the middle of my cafeteria. It was back and forth. And I had my backpack on, and you know that guy on your campus? You know the guy with the tight backpack who walks down the hall? Backpack man, and he goes, excuse me, excuse me. I turned into backpack man. I began pacing back and forth in the middle of my cafeteria. I came out of my cafeteria, I busted through the double doors like an old Western movie. I came out, there was these 8 hoodlums sitting there, creased dickies, hooded sweatshirts. I walked up to these guys, I'm like, you guys need to know the Lord Jesus Christ. Romans 9 says, if you confess with your mouth, believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you can be saved. Just like make the Lord of your life right now. They looked at me. Sure we would. True story. All 8 of us grabbed hands right there. I led him in the sinner's prayer. It was really cool. It was cool. One of them still serving the Lord to this day. He was working at the Dream Center in LA, pulling gang members off the street. I mean, it was just cool. It's a great mirror. It's like walking out of a movie. It's just this moment in my life. Now I'm heading to Senior Square, but now I'm heading with me and I'm going not alone. I got me a posse, so like I'm cruising to Senior Square. I get to Senior Square, I hop up on this bench. I'm like, come around, I've got something to say. Come around. Nobody moved. Except for the 3 chess club kids, you know, but besides that, everyone else is standing around. And I'm like, I began to share my heart. I began to say, you know, Jesus changed my life. You know, some of you come to school every day, you put on a mask. You put on your happy face.